Hi, this is the second in the series from the clinic dealing with what I'm seeing acutely in my practice. So this week I thought I'd talk about breakouts. It's January, the weather's rubbish, everyone's feeling a little bit low in spirits and maybe still reeling a little bit from an insult or assault from Christmas of too many carbs, booze, not enough sleep, all that kind of stuff, which we know can sometimes make people prone to breaking out more. So I thought I'd just talk about a couple of things that would be useful to consider in terms of how you're approaching your acne. I guess the other thing to say is that also the cold weather means that perhaps you're not tolerating your regular treatments for your breakouts as well as you would be normally. So perhaps thinking first about ways to make acne medications more tolerable in cold weather if you're perhaps finding you need to reduce the frequency down, is one thing is to think about changing up the way you apply your retinoid and perhaps even the format of your retinoid. So a good discovery recently was this Medicate Retinol 10TR, which is actually in a balm format, which makes it that little bit more nourishing than perhaps using something like a lighter serum. So what I've been advising anyone who's struggling with their retinoid is firstly to think about how you apply it. So it's always at night after cleansing, but perhaps where you've previously been applying it directly to cleansed skin, one way to increase tolerability is to moisturize immediately after cleansing and then wait 20 minutes before applying your retinoid. The next thing to think about doing, if that doesn't solve your issue, is then to reduce the amount. So I tend to standardize use of products. So if I'm recommending what I commonly talk about as a fingertip unit, which is a line of product from the crease to the end of your finger in a line, not covering the whole finger in, you might simply try halving that quantity. So if you're dry, stop for a couple of days, reset the barrier by moisturizing and getting your skin back to normal levels of comfort, and then restart your retinoid gradually, perhaps applying over moisturizer and using smaller quantities. But you are better off keeping the frequency up because skin likes to see retinoids on a regular basis. So that's the first thing you can try. The second thing is to think about how you tackle your inflamed spots. Now, for a lot of people, benzoyl peroxide will be the best agent for this, but it can be quite drying. And certainly certain formulations tend to be more tolerable than others. So one way to think about managing acutely inflamed spots if benzoyl peroxide is simply not working for you right now, and it's entirely possible you'll find it tolerable again in warmer weather when it comes into spring, is to swap your benzoyl peroxide preparation for something like this, which is Paula's Choice Clear Daily Skin Clearing Treatment with azelaic acid and some other skin brighteners as well. But I think the main active here is azelaic acid, which is a great ingredient for acne, and I find it often is better tolerated than some of the stronger agents. It can take a bit longer to get resolution of the problem, but it's very good, especially if you're in the acne rosacea overlap group, where sometimes the tendency to redness and sensitivity can limit what you can tolerate in terms of active ingredients. And azelaic acid is a great ingredient for tackling both issues. So that's a good thing to consider for space in your morning time routine if you're actively breaking out at the moment, but you're having trouble managing something like benzoyl peroxide in your routine. The third thing to flag up, I suppose, is just that if you're actively breaking out right now, you may need more coverage. And it's so easy to reach for the high coverage long wear foundations that I think many of you know I'm not a huge fan of. But what I do like to always keep in my toolkit certainly is the Vichy Dermablend foundation stick. Now, this is the old packaging. It does come in nice sleek black packaging now, but the essence of the product is still the same. It's one of the best value products around. I think it costs about 12 or 14 pounds, and I've had this for ages, and you use barely any product, but it's still the best thing I find for covering something that's red, angry, and you're really tempted to squeeze, but you know you shouldn't. That was a mini skull, by the way. So yeah, building that up in thin layers tends to hide almost everything, and most makeup artists keep this in their kit for that purpose. So yeah, quick fix for the here and now, and then some simple solutions to try to change up your anti-blemish routine that might make you able to get a handle on your breakouts better now. I hope that was useful. Thanks for watching and bye for now.